Have you ever wondered about the thunderous roar of a hammer, the whisper of ancient runes, or the world tree connecting all of existence? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Mythos and Beyond. Today we're diving headfirst into the epic, chaotic, and utterly fascinating world of Norse mythology. This isn't just about Vikings with horned helmets, which, by the way, they didn't actually wear. This is a story of gods, giants, and prophecies that will shape the destiny of everything. So, let's start at the very beginning. Before anything existed, there was Ginnungagap, a vast, empty void. To the north was the icy realm of Niflheim, a land of endless frost and mist. To the south, the fiery realm of Muspelheim, blazing with eternal flames. When the heat from Muspelheim met the ice from Niflheim in the great void, the ice began to melt and drip. From these drops, life emerged. First came Ymir, the first of the frost giants, a colossal being. And from the same melted ice, a cow named Audhumbla appeared. For food, Ymir drank her milk, and Audhumbla sustained herself by licking the salty ice blocks. As she licked, she uncovered the form of a man named Buri, the first of the gods. Buri had a son named Buro, who then had 3 sons of his own, Odin, Vili, and Vi. Now, these 3 brothers weren't too fond of the giant Ymir and his unruly offspring. A great war erupted, and in a massive battle, the brothers slayed Ymir. His death wasn't an end, but a new beginning. They used his immense body to create the world. His flesh became the earth, his blood the oceans and rivers, his bones the mountains, and his skull formed the sky. They even used his eyebrows to build a protective wall around a realm called Midgard, the world of humans. With the world created, it needed structure. The Norse cosmos is imagined as being held within the branches and roots of a colossal ash tree, Yggdrasil. This world tree connects the 9 realms. At the top, in the highest branches, is Asgard, the home of the Aesir gods, ruled by the all-powerful Odin. Below that is Vanaheim, home to the Vanir gods, who are masters of nature and magic. Then there's Alfheim, the land of the light elves. Midgard, our world, sits in the middle. Below Midgard is Jotunheim, the land of the giants, and Svartalfheim, the underground realm of the dwarves, who are master craftsmen. Further down, you'll find the grim realm of Helheim, the land of the dead, ruled by the goddess Hel. And of course, there's Niflheim and Muspelheim, the original realms of ice and fire. All these realms are interconnected by the Bifrost, a shimmering rainbow bridge guarded by the ever-watchful god Heimdall. Now, let's meet some of the main players, the gods of Asgard. The chief of them all is Odin, the Allfather. He's a complex figure, a god of wisdom, war, poetry, and death. He famously sacrificed one of his eyes in exchange for a drink from the well of Mimir, gaining immense knowledge. He's often seen with his 2 ravens, Hugin and Munin Thought and Memory, who fly across the world each day to bring him news. Then there's the god everyone knows, Thor, Odin's son. He's the god of thunder, protector of mankind, and arguably the most popular Norse deity. He's known for his incredible strength, his fiery temper, and his mighty hammer, Mjolnir. This hammer, forged by dwarves, always returns to his hand when thrown and can summon lightning and thunder. Thor rides a chariot pulled by 2 giant goats and is constantly off fighting giants and monsters to keep Asgard and Midgard safe. He's a straightforward hero, a champion of order against chaos. But what's a good story without a bit of mischief? Enter Loki. Loki is a tricky one. He's technically a giant by birth, but was accepted into Asgard as Odin's blood brother. He's a shapeshifter, incredibly clever, and the god of mischief. Sometimes his tricks are harmless fun, but other times they have devastating consequences. He's not purely evil, at least not at first. He helps the gods as often as he hinders them. He's the father of some truly monstrous children, including the giant wolf Fenrir, the world serpent Jormungandr, and Hel, the ruler of the underworld. Loki's actions are a constant source of chaos and a driving force behind many of the most famous Norse myths. Let's not forget the goddesses. Frigg is Odin's wife, the queen of Asgard. She is the goddess of marriage, motherhood, and prophecy. She knows the fate of all beings but rarely reveals it. Then there's Freya, a Vanir goddess who lives in Asgard. She is the goddess of love, beauty, fertility, and war. It's said that she claims half of the warriors who die in battle, bringing them to her hall, while Odin takes the other half to Valhalla. Life for humans in Midgard was deeply intertwined with these gods. They didn't just worship them. They saw their influence everywhere. A thunderstorm was Thor battling giants. A stroke of poetic inspiration was a gift from Odin. A successful harvest was thanks to Freya. They made offerings and told stories to honor the gods and seek their favor in a world that was often harsh and unforgiving. But Norse mythology isn't all about glorious battles and divine drama. There's a deep sense of fatalism, a belief that destiny is unchangeable. This is most powerfully expressed in the prophecy of Ragnarok. Ragnarok is not just an ending. It's the twilight of the gods, a preordained, cataclysmic series of events that will lead to the destruction of the current world. The signs of Ragnarok's approach are bleak. A long, harsh winter will grip the world for 3 years straight, with no summer in between. Morality will collapse, and brothers will fight brothers. Loki, imprisoned for his crimes, will break free. His son, the wolf Fenrir, will also escape his magical chains. The world serpent Jormungandr will rise from the sea, thrashing and poisoning the sky and water. The final battle will take place on a great plain. The gods of Asgard will ride out to meet the forces of chaos. Odin will fight Fenrir, a battle he is fated to lose. Thor will finally face his arch-nemesis, the world serpent Jormungandr. He will succeed in killing the serpent, but not before being fatally poisoned by its venom, taking only 9 steps before falling dead. The god Freyr will be killed by the fire giant Surtur, who will then engulf the entire world in flames, burning Yggdrasil and sinking the earth beneath the waves. Almost everyone, gods and giants alike, will perish. It sounds incredibly grim, doesn't it? An inevitable end where even the gods are doomed. But here's the beautiful, hopeful twist in Norse mythology. Ragnarok is not the absolute end. After the destruction, a new world will emerge from the sea, green and beautiful. A few gods will survive, including some of Odin's sons. And 2 humans, Leif and Lifthrasir, who hid within the world tree, will emerge to repopulate the earth. A new sun will rise, and a new era of peace will begin. This cycle of creation, destruction, and rebirth is at the very heart of Norse belief. It reflects the cycles of nature, the death of winter giving way to the life of spring. It's a powerful message that even in the face of an unavoidable end, there is always the promise of a new beginning. It tells us that courage isn't about winning every battle, but about facing your destiny, whatever it may be, with bravery and honor. So, from the primordial void of Ginnungagap to the fiery rebirth after Ragnarok, Norse mythology is a tapestry woven with threads of heroism, tragedy, mischief, and profound wisdom. It's a world that explains the thunder in the sky and the changing of the seasons, but also explores the deepest questions of fate, courage, and the cyclical nature of existence. These tales of gods and giants have echoed through the centuries, inspiring everything from epic poems to modern-day blockbuster movies, proving that these ancient stories are as powerful and relevant today as they were 1,000 years ago. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the 9 realms. If you enjoyed this dive into mythology, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the stories that shaped our world. Let me know in the comments which Norse god or myth is your favorite. Until next time, stay curious.